This is a developing story, so we'll try to update it as it comes about. But according to published reports and from some of the wrestlers' own uh, sites on Twitter or X, 23 wrestlers have been released as part of the TKO WW Endeavor culling of the herd. Now, a lot of these are very well known names. Some have been top of the card, some have been mid card, and some have been the bottom of the card. We have actually an ex world champion, an ex multiple champion. Of course, Dolph Ziggler is the most important one, the former world champion, a very, very strong athlete through the years. Obviously, hasn't been on TV in a while. What a surprise for me was Shelton Benjamin, who's a part of WWE going back 2 decades, a very great performer. Now, Elias, Mustafa Ali, who was part of NXT programming heavily in the last few weeks, Emma, Madcap Moss, Aliyah, Top Dollar, Rick Boogs, Dave Okado, Bryson Montana, Shanky, of course, with the Jinder Mahal faction, Mace and Mansoor, Maximum Male Models. They should have kept him, but because we have a certain British couple that's going to take over that type of role, Quincy Miller, and of course, the biggest surprise for me, because she was kind of the face of the 24/7 title in recent months, the very well built and a very talented Dana Brooke. Now, there was a lot of layoffs, what are called redundancies in the merge in recent weeks, non-wrestlers. I think what they're doing right now is just, there's so many wrestlers not being used in recent weeks, and I know it sounds kind of weird. They only have 9 hours of programming a week that's on regular TV. They can't find enough room. There's a lot of great NXT wrestlers that are coming up. Now, for a lot of people, Dolph Ziggler was the biggest one. Ziggler is sort of like the poor man's Miz. You can always find a feud. He can play a face or a heel, good tag team specialist as well. And he can take bumps. Like, it's the closest thing we have in Mr. Perfect. And another thing is going to bother a lot of people. Shelton Benjamin, again, has been a loyal WWE wrestler for a number of years. He did everything that was asked of him. He even jobbed against wrestlers that were lesser to him. And of course, his connection with Brock Lesnar, or we call it the Minnesota Connection, he did quite well. But Elias, too, that's a surprise as well. It just, when he had like the split personality where allegedly he was playing his own brother, like a dual role, it worked for a while. But at one point, Elias was really, really over. Almost not as big as LA Knight, but pretty close. But you got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, there's been movement in recent months. Wrestlers have been given opportunity to shine, and there have been certain times or not. But you got the LWO faction, you got the Judgment Day faction, you got the Roman Reigns faction, the what I call the Gunter faction, because there's going to be some movement in him as well. There's really too many plots at the top of the card going on to leave the mid-carders and the bottom there. Now, LA Knight was running Maximum Male Models, and Maxime Dupri is now taking over. But we have a lot of wrestlers that are coming back. Nia Jax, wrestlers coming off pregnancy or wrestling. I really think there's more cuts coming. I really don't know where it's going to happen. But watch Raw and SmackDown the next few weeks and watch it closely, because that could be the last time you're watching certain wrestlers take part in the WWE ring. See, with these wrestlers, they've already gone through the system. Where else are you going to send them? NXT has been taking over certain wrestlers. Baron Corbin's down there. Becky Lynch went down and won the NXT title. Obviously, she's the top of the card. But that's what happens with a merge. When the Moncton Times bought out a lot of the weekly papers that were involved with, there was layoffs there, so it happens in every media. So stay tuned, WrestleZone.com, What Culture, whatever you follow. And just remember, right now, AEW has a lot of openings for these wrestlers, so I don't think they're not going to sign a few of them, because I wouldn't surprise. And don't forget, they had to make room for signing Jade Cargill, so maybe that's why they dumped a bunch of salary, because they're going to cost a lot to bring in. Because as it stands right now, Jade Cargill could be the next combination world female champion for WWE. Thanks for listening. Bye.